You've grown up handsome, but he has never confessed successfully. When you were 7 years old, you confessed to the sister next door. 18-year-old confession school flower. 22-year-old directly confessed to his university teacher. The results were rejected without exception. Just when you're ready to be single for the rest of your life. The women who rejected you, but at the same time, they came to the door. Childhood sweethearts in the heart of the night. Obviously, you two like each other, but because of her tsundere character, avoiding you after you confess. But he didn't know it. The last time you looked for him, I wanted to tell him that I was going to move. When he finally reacted, only to find out that you have already moved away. Because the two of you live close together, it's all about meeting and talking, so you two don't have a contact information. At that moment he knew, you have left his world. He won't be able to find you again. For the past 12 years, he's been looking for you. Finally, when I watched a short video, he recognized it at a glance. Look at the photo of you growing up. He smiled at Panin. I found you. Another iceberg president, and Youve. It's when you're handing out flyers. I fancy your handsome face. Take out 3 million for you to play his boyfriend for 3 months. To deal with the army of marriage urging at home. The contract is signed at 10 o'clock. Parents were built at 10:01. His parents are very happy with you. He'll give you a villa on the spot. That's how you go shopping with Youve. Cook together. Travel together. During this period, you both have a different kind of affection for each other. The day before the expiration of the contract, you are ready to confess. But think of the good guy card from childhood to adulthood. So you rest while it's as safe as snow. Recorded a video and put it on the company computer. Wipe your ass for a failed confession. Outcome. But Youve mistakenly thought that you were stealing company secrets. Are you really, as your best friend said, plotting against her family's property? Is making up time for the non-stop brain of Youve. You pushed the door in. Like snow, I like you. Can you be my girlfriend? Is it okay for Jing Shigong to be the kind of life he has been living with? Youve listened to your confession expressionlessly. He didn't believe a word. Panin, I don't deny that you are a good person, but you're in too much of a hurry. Have you really thought about who you are? How dare you really speak? I'm telling you, impossible. What you think can never be, including our contracts. Cancel now. He'll send you the cancellation fee, and you're never here. After speaking, Youve left the villa. He came to the company in a hurry. I searched around but didn't find anything missing. I found a video on my computer. He shuddered and clicked on the video. Mr. N, when you open this video, it means that I have confessed. I don't know if my confession was successful or not, but I really like you. The contract is about to expire. I won't be renewing. I'm worried about getting caught up in it. And from the moment the contract is signed, I didn't even think about getting the money. I'm just experiencing every day with Mr. N. Now the experience card expires. It's time to finish and leave. I don't know the outcome of the confession, but leaving should be a fact. And of course all the contact details, I've cleaned it up too, will no longer appear in Mr. An's world. The video is over. Youve had tears on her face. She took out her phone unbelievingly, tentatively sent a sentence at noon. I want to eat stir-fried shrimp. And the big red exclamation mark is particularly eye-catching. She still didn't believe it. Your number was dialed. Your call is temporarily unreachable. She snatched the door in despair, drove back to the villa again, tentatively pushed open the door. The room was exceptionally quiet. There is no sound in the house every time I come back to try the kitchen stir-fry. There is no such thing as washing hands before eating. There are coffee tables stacked neatly, and a suit in a paper bag. There was a note hanging next to it. I washed the clothes. You can give him a refund. I won't need it anymore. Thank you for being with me these days. Youve took out her suit. There is only the unique scent smell of the dry cleaner on it. He lost his voice again in pain. The whole person threw himself on top of the suit. I didn't get up for a long time. Suddenly, I heard the sound of a door opening outside. Immediately washed the eyebrows. Rush out of the dark shadow of the living room of the room. Turn on the light and look at Youve. Snow is me. Why don't you send you a message and don't reply? I saw that it was a girlfriend. And Rukshu's mood fell to the bottom again. She leaned back on the couch in a bit of a lost mind. It's like losing your soul. Panin left. Doesn't the contract expire tomorrow? She didn't plan to make it to the end of her contract. I didn't intend to ask for my money. She's pretending to be my boyfriend. Just want to be with me. Are you kidding me? You're not really tempted. She obviously wants to get away with it. Definitely get it back in less than a week. She knows you'll regret it. So I can pinch you. Listen to your best friend's words. Youve is more and more annoyed the more she listens. If not herself, can you misunderstand Panin? If it weren't for this woman, she should have eaten the dinner you made by now. Lu Yen, let's go. From now on we are not friends. If you provoke me again, and the two of us cut off all contact. Youve, you're crazy. You've been blinded by that man. You've only known each other for a few months. I've been friends with you for 3 years. Roll on, get out of here. Youve roared hysterically. Youve, you are good. Just wait and see. He'll definitely come back as I said. The moment when all contact is cut off, he won't be able to find you at all. I lost my soul for 3 months, until this evening, when he leaves from his friend Rand's birthday party. Bumped into that familiar figure again. Panin heard a voice. You stopped. Too familiar with this voice. So familiar that you don't have to turn your head to confirm. The sound of high heels running behind him sounded. Your arm is pulled. That familiar face appears before your eyes again. Panin is really you. Why don't you say goodbye? Saying that, Youve cried. Hold your arms tightly with both hands. I left the video. Panin, I was wrong. I misunderstood you. I like you too. Come back with me. Youve tugged at your arm. His eyes were filled with tears. His face was full of pleading. There is no seriousness at all. The shadow of the cold and arrogant female president. Youve, I know. She didn't look like this. She will never be humbled in front of anyone. Except for you, although Rukshu's sentence is like life. But you really hear it. Seeing Youve so humble. You don't know what to say for a while. Youve, I don't want to see you like this. What I want to see is the cold and serious president, and it's not just a little girl who just cries in my arms. Hear this. And Youve slowly raised her head. She stares at you with wide eyes. But you said it. You like my innocence under the mask. And Youve said weakly. Then he blinks at you with the big eyes of the water spirit. You froze. I can't say that it was said to confess success. Isn't that a scumbag? I like your naivety. It's not that you want to lose who you are. I prefer that you are only by my side. Let your guard down. So I'm not going to hide from you. You can come to me. We still need time to settle. Okay, where am I going to find you? You take out your phone and add WeChat. And tell him the address where you work. So when Youve left happily, another beautiful teacher, Song Anlin. At just 24, he became a university professor. You are intrigued by him at his debate tournament, so you have the idea to pursue him, after you confess. But he said that he would only treat you as a good student. This time it's over, and give you a good person card. Let you study hard, every day, in order to prevent yourself from being hung into a cocked mouth. You just dropped out of the course, and deleted Song Anlin's contact information. Song Anlin, when he saw your empty seat, there was some loss in my heart. Because in his class, you will always be the one who is most active in answering questions. And many times you provoked the atmosphere in the cold scene. He couldn't hold back. Take out your phone, ready to message you. Why did you withdraw from the class? This was his first message. Originally, he was going to say the second sentence. Just because I rejected you. But he didn't have a chance. See the scarlet exclamation mark on the screen. He realized that you had really left. For the rest of the time, he is constantly reflecting on himself every day. Is it really wrong? Early the next morning, you've just started your job. Ushered in the first guest, and Youve. And Rukshu's complexion has recovered a lot. Looks like an urban beauty. Panan is no one yet. Sit down and talk to me. You think about it. It's really early, so sit down opposite and Youve. Panan will go home with me at noon. Youve, why do you always want me to go to your house? You don't know. I haven't eaten anything good since you're gone. It feels like no one cooks as well as you. It has become a meal without you. Stupid people who can't survive. But I made an appointment with my classmates at noon, so I can only do it next time. Okay, then he'll pick you up in the evening and take you to my house. It's good to jingle the bell. The doorbell rang. You get up and look back. In an instant, the flags froze. Teacher Song. Song Anlin didn't expect to see him in this way. I was a little overwhelmed for a while. Is Mr. Song here for tea? After a long silence. Or you are the first to speak. Song Anlin nodded. Panan, do you work here? Yes. What does Mr. Song want to drink? There are also refreshment snacks to check out. You took a copy of the menu and handed it to Song Anlin. Song Anlin's voice replied very little. Take the menu and sit down at the table next to Youve. Page by page. There was no answer for a long time. What's wrong with Panan? Teacher Song shouldn't have said anything like that. Forgive the teacher. Okay. Teacher Song smiled. I don't care about him. Watch the conversation between the two. And Youve took a sip of tea. How can this be so similar to me? It's a fellow traveler. Wait, same with me. Isn't that a rival in love? Thinking of this, and Youve put down the teacup abruptly. Turn your head to look. Sure enough, that's Song Anlin's eyes. But it has nothing to do with teachers and students. Feed your teacher what he wants to do. Anko Pan is your student. Teachers and students can't. Song Anlin was halfway through his words. And Youve killed her. If he continues to eat melons, the boyfriend is gone. What if you have a good opinion of him? Who are you? For this woman who suddenly ran out and interrupted herself. Song Anlin didn't have a good face at all. She frowned and looked at Youve. And Youve also had the same straight face. Took out the cold arrogance of his president. Look at Song Anlin. And Youve, the chief executive officer of Anjiang Group. It turned out to be Mr. N. Mr. N does not work in your group. What are you doing to meddle in my private affairs? Your private affairs. But you're involved with Panan. How could I let Panan be like this with you? Women without virtue are together. Him like that. Then Mr. N is high. Is it amazing? What's wrong with me? Mr. N, don't you explain it all here. Don't go to work. Instead, it's here. Hook up with guys who are a few years younger than yourself. Song Anlin's words choked in Youve. On the one hand, he said that he was not doing his job. On the other hand, he said that he was greedy for sex. In the end, he was labeled as an old cow eating tender grass. Don't talk nonsense. I'm just passing by for tea. Drinking tea? Are you drinking tea? I'm too embarrassed to expose you. You're clearly gluttonous. Panan, you are shameless. And so the two attacked each other. One said shamelessly, there is no morality. Want to with a student. The other said that the old cow ate the tender grass. You can only keep persuading. And the second lady didn't want to back down at all. Tea house owner. It's already past 9 o'clock. If you continue to quarrel, it will affect business. The two ladies. Our store is currently open. Can you ask your family to go outside and discuss? However, the two women who killed the red eye didn't care about the shopkeeper at all. The shopkeeper saw this. Move your gaze to Panan. They are taken away because of you. He'll give you a day off today. You shake your head helplessly. Walked up to the second daughter. Grab one in one hand, holding the waist of the two. Pick it up. One on the left and one on the left. The two were stunned for a moment. Then you don't care. Keep arguing. Walk outside to the alley. You put down the two. The two are also well behaved now. After all, your expression is not very friendly. If this time touches the eyebrows, not only reduces favorability, you will also lose to the other party. Okay, you two now go home. It's over. It's all about nothing. Rumor mongering is wrong. Don't argue, okay? The two nodded weakly. Don't dare to squeak. Teacher Song didn't drink tea today. You can wait until tomorrow. Will you be there tomorrow? Song Anlin asked weakly. Not in my schedule at the day after tomorrow. Then you look like you are watching the lively in Youve. Be seen by you. And Rushua lowered her head. Like a good girl. If you eat like snow, it depends on whether I have time at night. If there is time, I'll get back to you. Then I can buy groceries with you. After getting your approval. And Rushua clenched her fists happily. The head looked at Song Anlin slightly. It's as if declaring one's victory. But Song Anlin will not be swayed by him. And doesn't care. There is a saying that the building near the water gets the moon first. Well, see, after and Rushua left, turn something over in one's mind. I still feel that he has fallen behind in the morning argument. Suddenly, his head flashed. As long as he has the power on the charge, it would be fine. That way he can be with you openly. Maybe there are some unspoken rules or something. When the time comes, I can't help you. Hey, Song Anlin realized it when he got home. There are competitors around you. Just the other day, Song Anlin is also a high-ranking female doctoral teacher. I don't know from the moment you confess. The gears of fate began to turn. He turned on his computer. Edit the text. The title is about how to raid Panem. After writing a 30,000-word strategy manual, he ordered to save it satisfied. Then he took out his phone and made a call. Is it Dean Jiang? I'm Anlin Song. I would like to transfer to your college to teach. Song Anlin's tone was extremely light. No inquiries or temptations. It's more like a notification. He has the confidence to do so. It's not just about being confident in yourself. What's more, his background is not ordinary. Jiang Yu on the other end of the phone heard the news. Naturally, I was overjoyed. In terms of teaching, Song Anlin is famous. The most important thing is the blessing of his identity. Song Anlin packed up his things. Look around this office. You used to come to this office to look for him when you were fine. Although there are some memorabilia, but there's something more important than that. However, you have just arrived at school. I don't know anything about it. Until the time I came back from a break in the afternoon. Pan's big thing is not good. A new instructor has been parachuted into our hospital. It's still specially for our sophomores. The key is that the instructor is very strict. Good takes us 2 hosts and guests. In this way, you can't skip class in the future. My life is so miserable. And at this time, Qin Mei Yi also discovered it through a short video in her heart. And successfully found you through money. You received a message from Yi Xian. He's already waiting for you downstairs. You come downstairs. I saw Yi Xian standing not far from the door of the dormitory. The moment he sees you, smile widely. How did you come so early? Hee, didn't you eat enough at noon? Eat early in the evening. What to eat? I'm in for a treat. Shaoan, it's good that you decide. But you're not done yet. Yi Xinli knew what you were going to say. Stick out your fingers. Shut your mouth. Yi Xian looked at his fingers. He was a little embarrassed to take it back. Unexpectedly, it looked a little twisted. My treat is my treat. Shaoan is not allowed to talk about AA. Okay then, thanks. Yi Xian crossed his waist. Pointing at you, he said, don't say thank you to me. Shaoan, you and I know it. I've already made a statement, so I don't want you to treat me. Be as polite as someone you meet for the first time. Smiled. Yi Xingli was really good. For the past. That's just being ignorant when I was a kid. You don't feel that those words hurt much. But Gao Gao is also the first time to confess. As for why there was no immediate consent. Yi Xingli, you have 2 explanations for this. The first explanation is to rush to agree. It will make Yi Xingli feel uncomfortable. On the other hand, it is. You can't adapt to it yourself. Although he has been a childhood sweetheart for more than 10 years. It's more like an old friend who has been reunited for a long time. While eating dinner, Yi Xingli accidentally took the wrong cup and drank your drink. Everyone knows it. There is no point breaking the position where the 2 sit. A few drops of rain hit the hotel glass by the window. Then the rain became more and more raindrops. Heavy rain followed. It's raining. It looks like it's very big. I look at the weather forecast. It seems like it's going to be 2 hours down. It's okay. I've got an umbrella with me. Boom said. Yi Xinli took it from the bag. He pulled out a white umbrella. How did you carry an umbrella with you? Hey, get used to it. It looks like Xiao and is going to rub my umbrella. Then you're welcome. Go downstairs to the hotel. Yi Xinli opened the umbrella. Leave the right side of the umbrella free. The 2 walked in the rain. The umbrella was very small, and Yi Xinli was very close. Xiaoan, you are too tall. I'm a little tired from lifting. Then he'll get an umbrella. The rain doesn't seem to have stopped. Instead, it's getting bigger and bigger. The night heart is also getting closer and closer. If there had been no Xiaoan at that time, I don't know where it is now. After you're gone, I cried for days. It can be said that I don't want to think about tea and food. Is it so serious? Yes. What is this called? It's called the sequelae of losing Xiaoan. Not really. As for Xiaoan, she spoiled me too much. So in the days without you, I'll miss you. So Xiaoan can't leave again this time. How could the 2 of them talk and talk? Has already gone downstairs to the house rented by Yi Xian. We're going to have a class together tomorrow. I'll exchange it for your class. See you tomorrow. Let's talk about it. Yi waved at you in his heart and ran away upstairs. No time is given to you to refuse. Walk in the rain. You pass by a person. I was stunned for a moment. Then he continued to walk towards the dormitory. The moment that person disappears into the rain, only to react. Suddenly turned back. But I can't see you anymore. He could only whisper Pan's name in the rain. Some people miss it really missed. Even if the 2 of them are in the same city, we will never see each other again. It's like the girl you confessed after you moved. Obviously, the 2 of them are in a community. It's just a unit away, but they haven't seen each other for 6 years. Time flashed and came to the next morning. After you wash up, pick up your phone. There is a message from Rushua. There is also news from Yi Xinli. Rushua is still asking when you have time. Go to her house to cook and eat. Yi Xinli asked if you got up. She made breakfast and was waiting for you downstairs. Took Yi Xinli's umbrella. And bring your own umbrella. Grab the book again. Set off and came to the house rented by Yi Xinli. She's already standing there waiting for you. Xiaowen. Today's breakfast is a sandwich with oat milk and ham. I made it myself. Absolutely healthy. Your umbrella you take over breakfast. Hand the umbrella to Yi Psycho. Yi Psychology looked at the umbrella. The expression on his face froze. I'm going to have an umbrella with Anne. Before they knew it, they had arrived at the door of the classroom. You walk in the door. Saw that Duanjie occupied the window position in the back row. Then you were under Duanjie's incredulous gaze. And Yi Psychology sat in front of him. Hanan, what are you doing? Who is he? Hey, kid, don't tell me you're talking about girlfriends behind my back. Hey classmate. Xiaowen and I haven't confirmed our relationship yet. Don't talk nonsense. Yi Xian said so, but his hand tugs at your sleeve and twists it a little. Duanjie's gaze wandered between the two, even more incredulous looking. Okay, you kid get carried away. I was so disappointed. After speaking, Duanjie was about to get up and go to Aoyang. Duanjie has already gone to class. Where are you going? Hear this familiar voice. Duanjie turned his head stiffly. Then I saw Song Anlin standing on the podium. At this time, he was looking at him seriously. On the first day, he was killed by Song Anlin. This is more than a tragic word. You are your teacher to Song Anlin. Still a little stunned. On the podium, Song Anlin sorted out the information. His brow furrowed. When I just came in, I saw the girl next to you holding your hand. How could he not think about it? I just met my rival yesterday. Now it's another rival in love. This made Song Anlin a little difficult. It is not excluded that it is a girl who pursues Panan. Because when I was in class before, you're always surrounded by girls. Today this one is different. Hands are up. If he doesn't stop it, kiss your mouth tomorrow. Okay, let's be quiet for a moment. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Song Anlin. In the next 3 years, I will be your mentor. After listening to what Song Anlin said, Duanjie, who was sitting behind you, sighed. I'm afraid it will be difficult in the future. Okay, let's take the roll call. Duanjie to Panan. The two looked at each other. Song Anlin really wanted to be the only one left in the classroom. How nice it would be. After that, it's normal classes. But you're called up and answer the question twice. As you answer questions, of course, Yi Xinli will give you the answer next to you. This atmosphere made Song Anlin on the stage very unhappy. The female classmate next to Panan. What is your name? Teacher, my name is Yi Xinxin. Yi Xinxin, I see that your name is not on the list. Are you from our hospital? Teacher, I'm an exchange student. Just reported yesterday, so it's not on the list. So that when the other students answer the question, don't bother. Okay, good teachers. Song Anlin's temper couldn't attack. Yi answered very well in his heart. He couldn't find a single loophole. Dan Fan Yi made a noise in his heart. He can play, but Yi Xian is not very obedient. Let Song Anlin punch the cotton. Yi is here in his heart. Expressionless on the surface. In fact, he is crazy about calculating in his heart. This woman must be at the expense of my family's Xiaowen. That look was wrong. 10 out of 5 points. No, this came suddenly. Maybe it's for you, too. So much so eyeing it. It is definitely not to be underestimated. That's all for today's lesson. Thank you for your cooperation. Speaking of which, the classroom was crowded with people. You walk with Yi Psychology. Duanjie followed Pan like a resentful woman. Stay for a moment. The teacher has something to explain to you. You haven't said anything yet. Yi Psychology was already staring at Song Anlin. Okay, good. You've made this calculation. Why didn't you leave? He'll wait for Xiaowen to come along. Hear this nickname. Song Anlin frowned. Sworn sovereignty. Express intimacy. You can wait outside for the teacher first. Some private matters are good with Panan. Xiaowen, I'm waiting for you outside. If there's something wrong, call me. This sentence made the corners of Song Anlin's mouth twitch. Can I do anything illegal? There were only 2 people left in the classroom. Song Anlin and Panan. Song Anlin looked at you. It's been a long time since the last time we were alone. Panan, I've transferred to your academy. Well, the teacher just said it. My office has also changed. In office building 602 is the instructor's office. Above is a single office. If there is a problem, you can come to me. No problem can come. I'll visit my teacher when I have time. After speaking, Song Anlin didn't speak. I thought he was ready to leave when he was done. As a result, he was stopped as soon as he took a step. What's wrong with Panan? Teacher Song, don't call me. Can Mr. Song apply through my buddy? I'm your guide. Leave the classroom. I came over in the middle of the night. Xiaowen, what are you talking about? So I can take the time to visit him. Nothing. That's it. Xiaowen, where are you going next? Do you want to go to my house and sit down? Not enough time. Wait for the evening. Go to your house and let you taste my craft. After the farewell night salute, you come to the school gate. From afar, I saw Rushue waving at you. Get in his car and drive towards Dujiang Villa. It's just that you didn't notice. It's a figure hiding at the school gate. Hanan, don't go there to work anymore. Come to our company. He'll be your boss. This way you can easily get your money again. For this act of eating soft rice, you are the rejection of righteous words. The car came to the mall supermarket. And Rushue is a little cold. The female president doesn't look like her. Ran like a kid and got the cart back. He even came to you with a look of asking for compliments. Keep your head down and wait for you to touch your head. You can't refuse Rushue like this. Hands on her head and gently stroked. Hair is incredibly smooth. Rushue pushed the car shyly. I went to buy ingredients. You stay where you are and see what else you can buy. His hand was about to grab a potato and inspect it. But it was covered with the other hand. When I turned my head, I saw a very beautiful young woman. The young woman smiles at you, but you quietly withdraw your hand. He has a very strong young woman's temperament. Of course, you have to stay away. How can my brother guard against me? It's okay. It's up to you. With that, you're ready to leave. As soon as he turned around, he was pulled by his sleeve. Oops, don't do that. My sister doesn't plan to rob you. Brother, let's get to know each other. No, I don't live around here. So how can you buy groceries here? Maybe my brother is already famous. How much does it cost to support my younger brother? My sister is very lonely. You're getting ready to speak. Was stopped by Youve. He stands in front of you. His eyes were fixed on the young woman. Youve at this moment. The cold and arrogant and noble temperament is vividly displayed. Yo is really adopted. I'm here to protect the Lord so soon. Youve will not be polite to the woman. He knows you don't want to hear that. He slapped the woman with his backhand, hit the young woman in the mouth with precision. You dare to hit me. The young woman was more or less obscured. The neighborhood is full of rich and powerful people. There are almost no people who dare to do it. He was also beaten for the first time. Do you know who I am? He was responded with another slap in the face, or hit him in the mouth. Do you know who I am? Youve, president of Jiangan Group. You can come and find it. I'm in trouble, but you might as well go back and ask your husband first. Ask him if he dares to mess with me. With that, he pulled you out of the vegetable area. He just caught a glimpse of the moment the woman's hand touched you. Just rush back. Now he suddenly felt that Panin would be in danger alone. This is due to his women, but there are a lot of them. One who doesn't pay attention is taken advantage of. Is Mr. N very majestic just now? You said such a joke coldly. Youve was stunned after hearing this. Awkward turn. 10 fingers stirred together. No, isn't that to see that woman speaks ugly? Youve unexpectedly blushed. After buying the ingredients, Youve drove back to Dujiang Villa again. Since the last goodbye, you're back in this house after 3 months. Everything was the same as before. Youve enjoys the process of cooking with you. While watching how you cook, while holding a small notebook, write it down. Said that he would show you a hand later. Soon a sumptuous table of dishes was ready. Panin, do you have any arrangements for the National Day holiday? Not yet. Youve was pleasantly surprised. Well, he is the first to make an appointment with you. A vacation time. He takes you on a tour. Prepare feelings. In case a little spark comes out again. Then let's go on a tour. This is tentative. There should be an arrangement. Hey, that's if it's not arranged. Just go on a tour with me. Youve looked at you with blank eyes. But you are unmoved. Shook his head. If I promised you, no shows may occur. So I don't want that. But if the National Day is idle, I would choose to travel with you. Well, he'll do a strategy in the next few days. It must give you a reason that is incredibly meaningful. At this time, Youve suddenly thought of something. After saying a word, he ran upstairs after waiting for me. Then came back. Look at the cat. Youve will be a white puppet. The cat is held up and handed to you. His name is Anan. You took Anan from Youve. The kitten is very obedient. Nest naturally on your lap. Calling Anan is the first and last word of your and my names. You see, your name is Panin. My name is Youve. We all have the word An. Overlapping words will be cute. And Anan's hair is white. Youve, you can take it from me. Saying that, Youve squatted next to you. One hand to brush the hair with you. The other hand is holding his head and looking at you. You see Rukshu's eyes burning. I roughly understood what he meant. Lift the kitten and place it on the ground. Then he touched his head. Okay, let's eat first. It's good to cool down for a while. Youve, who was touched on the head, stood up contentedly. Sit back in your seat. After lunch, the two chatted together on the couch for a while. Panin, do you still have classes in the afternoon? 2.5 in class. Then you can take a nap with me. He'll take you to school at 2 o'clock. Okay, that's it. In staring at you, you finally agreed. Followed Youve into the bedroom. He'll make arrangements to clean up after you're gone. All very clean. There's still that suit in the closet here that hasn't been returned. By the way, don't you have insomnia? I found an incense that works well. After speaking, Youve ran out and ran back. A small stove with incense in his hand. He is placed at the head of your bed. Pointed for you. He'll call you at 2 o'clock. You can take a nap in peace. After speaking, Youve closed the door and left the bedroom. You're lying in bed. Should it be said or not? The bed was really comfortable. Smell incense. You fall asleep in a few moments. At the moment you fall asleep, the door was pushed open. Youve tiptoed in, quietly closed the door. He walks over to your bedside. After slowly sitting down, lie next to you, look at you sleeping soundly. That's fine. That's fine. He is not greedy. Panin. It's already 2 o'clock. It's time to go to class. You slept soundly this night. Not even a bit. Got out of bed. It's okay to fall asleep like this. Too sleepy. He'll give your instructor a call and ask for leave. What is your guide's phone number? My guide phone. The instructor is Song Anlin. The two women only quarreled yesterday. Let's talk to them on the phone today. Isn't that digging a hole for yourself? Thinking of this woman. Wake up instantly. I came to the school in Rukshu's car. Hello Ann. Where are you? I don't reply to messages. It's time for class. It's already downstairs. Take a nap and sleep. Didn't have time to reply to your message. Oh well. You come and get your seat. Meanwhile, the broken gossip star in the classroom is burning. So you're chasing Panin backwards. That's it for now. Panin is really good. Naturally, I can't be mistaken. Xiao An is here. When Xiao An entered the classroom, you heard Yi Xian calling himself. There are no hiccups in this lesson. Yi Xian enjoyed your time near him, especially this justifiably proximity. He even wants to sneak into your dorm room, hide all your books. In this way, you will have to stick to him in the future. Of course, it's just for thinking. It's unlikely to be realized. What's more, Song Anlin will definitely not allow it. It is even possible to order a ban on them, and then steal the man himself. After class, you and Duan Jie came to Yi's English house together. Duan Jie came with him on the way. Yi Xingli is really angry now. Isn't that when a light bulb? There's this light bulb in. How he flirts with you. Xiaoli, I see that there are quite a lot of dishes in the refrigerator, so you don't have to go grocery shopping anymore. Hey, Hannon, you kid cooks. Yo, I haven't even tasted your cooking. He also said that you didn't see the eyes. To cut off is to stay, but he was left in the living room. Send him alone to watch the light bulb adventures. I went to the kitchen in the middle of the night to give you a hand. Shaowen, your skills are good. It's okay that I learned it online. Can I eat it secretly? Eat it is made for you. Hey, Shaowen is the best. To Shaowen, I did this. You taste the night and hand you a cup of milk tea to your hand. You take it and taste it. Huh. It's delicious. Hehe. Yes, I also made another flavor. It's my own. You want to take a bite of that one? After speaking, Some shyly took his milk tea cup. Handed to you. You don't know whether to take it or not. This is an indirect kiss. Yi Xin withdrew the cup. You look down and cough. Jingle bell. Duan Jie's mobile phone rang. He began to pray in his heart. Someone will soon call him away. Ah, you're back. Okay, I got it. Go right away. My mom came back from abroad out of the blue. Tell me to pick him up. Thank you for your hospitality today. Treat the two of you to dinner another day. Let's go ahead and finish talking. Duan Jie left in a hurry. Watched Duan Jie leave. Yi's English heart blossomed. Then he picked up the milk tea on the side and handed it to you again. Shaowen, do you want to taste me? When you turned around, you saw Yi Xingli handing the milk tea in front of you. Is this a question? Apparently not. Translated, it's Shaowen. I'll give you milk tea, and I don't mind indirect kissing. On the contrary, I would prefer it to be. You're stuck in a choice. Eyes fixed on the white straw. There is also a faint lipstick mark on the mouth of the straw. In the end, you decide to play dumb. After the night, I took a shallow sip, then quickly put it back. It's also delicious. Shaowen, can I taste yours? That flavor is the first time I've made it. I don't know how. Saying that the heart of the night snatched your cup. I took a sip with a straw in my mouth. A look of enjoyment on his face. Shaowen might as well stay here for the night. Still can't. Broken knuckle. That kid is waiting for me. What is he waiting for you? Shaowen, you think too much. I've got a knock on mine here. And I just bought a new futon. Buy one, get one free. So it doesn't matter. No. It will be good to have a chance in the future. Then Shaowen, send me a message when you go back. I'll wash the dishes. It's a good time to leave the night. It was getting late. You're walking alone on your way back to your dorm. Collided head-on with a girl. Took 2 steps back. Sorry, it's okay. It's that I didn't look at the road. The girl stood still and straightened her hair. Then he stroked his hair on the side. Pull behind your ears. Then he looks up at you. And this one is on the rise. Both were stunned. The eyes are facing each other. His gaze did not leave for a moment. In the end, you choose to speak first. Sure you hasn't seen her for a long time.